Hey, welcome back, everybody. In today's video, we're going to walk through how to use an AI web scraper to scrape and find leads for any sales team. What we're going to do is walk through how to set up a task to research a company like you would yourself, and then run it on tens and thousands of websites all at once. And it's only going to take a few minutes. We're going to walk through how you can take processes you might have used with ChatGPT or Perplexity or Google Gemini and use PromptLoop AI to run thousands of your leads automatically at once in the background. Learn how you can build a proprietary data set for your company with exactly the information you're looking for, all in a few clicks. Let's get started. For this demo, we're going to be using PromptLoop AI. If you don't already have a PromptLoop account or your team has access, you can go to promptloop.com to learn more and sign up today. PromptLoop is split up into two main modules, tasks and datasets. Tasks is where we define exactly the information and research we're looking to pull back. In this case, information about the leads that our sales team wants to get in touch with. And datasets lets us take any list of inputs, a big spreadsheet file, for instance, and upload it and research everything all at once without fear of any timeouts or rate limiting. The first step is we'll create a new task by clicking the new task in the top right. But before we do that, let's imagine we're the sales team for a company that's selling tools to AI companies that deal with phones, voice, and contacting and supporting small businesses. For this new task, we want to find info from the websites. We have a list of all of our websites from people who have signed up on our demo form or that we've downloaded from anywhere in our market. When we click Edit Task on the top right, we'll see a few options. First, data inputs. Website URL is the input that we'll be sending to this task to read the website. And then browsing type lets us rely on the models to automatically find the pages that we need to go to. It's going to click links, navigate around, and find exactly what you're looking for automatically. We can leave these two as is. The next option lets us define what new columns of data we want to add to the data set. Site description and contact email are self-explanatory, but instead of site description, we're going to modify this to company description. We add in a question and additional instructions like the format we want, and then we can add another item. We also want to know what type of category they fall into, because we only sell to companies that also sell to other businesses. So we want to define B2B and B2C as two options. We also want to know the LinkedIn link for the company. In this case, we're going to select link so that we always return a link. You see these answer format options allow us to define exactly what we want returned in the data set so that we can sort and exclude B2C companies on category. And for links, we can then use this link to launch another task after we're done. When we click Submit Edit, changes are automatically saved and deployed. Before we test it, we'll rename the task based on our edits so that we can find it later. When the task is renamed, we can then test this on promptloop.com or any website to see the results that are coming back from the particular task. Below, company description, category, and LinkedIn link are the three data points that we're looking for, and we can use this test page to validate that this definition is accurate, appropriate, and we don't need to add any other questions or more detail. You can also see the links that were automatically selected and crawled for us when we ran this, and a runtime estimate. We can toggle back to edit if we need to make changes, but we're ready to go to the next step. The far left tab, that is datasets, lets us then select and upload a new job on that company task that we just created. So we can select this Website Business Insights Instructor with company description, category, and LinkedIn link. And then I'm going to upload a file of a list of companies that we have. This 200-row data set has just names and websites, and we're looking for all the other information that we have in this task. To select the input, we'll click website, which will send each website from each row into our model. We don't need to worry about timeouts, rate limits, or anything else because all this is going to run in the background. We can click this to send an email to us when it's completed, and then we can totally close the website after it's launched and go about our day. You'll see results here as the first several websites get kicked off, and then we're going to get a time estimate as to how much information is remaining, and we can even click in a preview to see the first 5 rows that have run. So you see all these company descriptions have been returned, their LinkedIn links for each, and whether or not they're B2B or B2C. While we wait for that to finish, we can go back to tasks. And because we'll have the LinkedIn link from this first task, we want to take this template that's ready to go and use in the template library and copy this over to our account. So this template lets us take a series of information from the company's LinkedIn page, which we just extracted in the previous task, and pull that in and add new columns to the dataset. We'll show how easy it is and what we're looking for. Company headcount, HQ location, the website, which we have, but is a good way to verify it's the correct information, and then even jobs that have been posted on LinkedIn for this company. All this is super helpful information to add to our data set, and will just be additional columns that we have and that we can use with our sales team and outbound process. So going back to the data sets, you can see that this job is almost done completed, 238 of 39 of 241 rows. If we didn't want to wait and we're impatient, we could go ahead and stop this automatically, but we'll let this finish. When the results are ready, we can click View Data and open up the PromptLoop Data Viewer. You see we have our original version, the information that I uploaded, and version 2, which has all of the new results from this first task run. LinkedIn link, category, and description. Now, we can use automatic filtering to go through here and select only companies that mention voice or contain phone. And we also care about restaurants. So you see we have 18 of 241 rows, and then we can click Save Version to just jump to that new subset of data. This funnel can be used to go from 50,000 leads to a few hundred of the very best fitting targets for your particular company. All this information is retained in our new version. And now we can click Launch Job again, select LinkedIn Company Profile, which is the name of this LinkedIn task. You see it has this version 3 loaded, and then we click LinkedIn link to launch. We don't need an email because this isn't going to take very long to run. Now this next set, we see version 4 is already returned with the data we're looking for from LinkedIn. Now we have the new columns we found from the first task, as well as all of the HQ, company headcount, and jobs location from the LinkedIn task, all in one data set. You can now immediately export this and use this in any other system you have, or sync it with your CRM and connect it immediately with your sales team. All PromptLoop tasks can be integrated into HubSpot with one click and other CRMs with an easy API integration. I hope this was helpful, and if you want to learn about more complex flows or get something custom set up for your company, please reach out. Thanks.